There's no reason why you shouldn't start an online side hustle this year, 2019. Yes, I'm creating a 10-part series on how you can create online side hustles. I've talked about part 1. Check out my other video and see what I talked about in part 1. This is the part 2. We're going to talk about flexible online tutoring jobs that you can start today. Most of these companies are hiring right now. And if you have a passion for teaching, you love to teach, or you are one of those people when you're in school, high school, or in the university, you liked or you had tutorials, personal tutorial courses you made for students in the freshman year, you had mini tutor jobs you created for yourself, then this video is for you. So watch to the end and you get to see different places where you can register today and start teaching as an English teacher, as a nutrition teacher, math, science, as many skills that you have, you can apply today and start earning an income for yourself. You could pay for your mobile phone bills, or you can use it to help yourself. My main reason of creating these videos is to help many students, stay-at-home parents, or anyone who wants to get an income by the side and don't know how to start or where to start. These are areas that I've tried and skills that I've used to help myself when I was mostly in need. Yes, that's why I'm giving them out for free today. And let's get going. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. The notification bell is there so that you know when I upload new videos. Please support me by subscribing. Let's get going. If you are someone who likes to teach, or you have a skill, you're a very good English speaker, a native speaker, you can teach kids in other countries how to speak English. There are many Chinese families that want their children to learn how to speak English, and they prefer people that live in the United States, in Canada, or in the UK to teach their children English language. So there are so many requirements, or there are a few requirements for you to be an English as a second language teacher. I'm going to state some of them here. It cuts across different companies. Most of them are similar. Most of the companies ask for almost the same thing, even though it might vary from one company to the other. But keep one of these things in mind. Some of these things, keep them in mind. Your responsibility is going to be to teach English language to Chinese students through an online platform. The company will supply the curriculum, the lesson plan, and other resources that you would need to teach these students on a one-to-one basis. The peak time for this job is during the summer when kids are out of school. They spend most of their time learning other extracurricular activities. But even though most of them run throughout the year, but the peak time is during the summer. You have to be tech savvy. Yes, because you're going to be teaching kids over the computer. So you should be able to know how to set up a software, the online platform, and use the computer, because you're going to be using the phone to converse with the kids or with the adults you're going to be teaching. Because most times it's not only children you're going to be teaching. You could be teaching adults who also have the interest to learn English language. You must be comfortable working with children and adults. You have to be, that's a social skill. That's a social part of it. Smile, make them feel comfortable, so that when you gain, when the families like you, then they would want to keep you. You might become their preferred English teacher. Then that's more work for you, and that's more money into your pocket. You have to be, or you may be a licensed teacher, but if you're not, you have to be a university graduate who is eligible to work in the United States or in Canada. So if you don't fit into any of this, don't worry, there are other skills or other things that you can teach, which is not only English language. But for now, let's Look at the list of companies that are offering online English language teaching jobs today. Number 1 is Teachaway Inc. Teachaway Inc. Pay rate is between $19 to $22 per hour. Number 2 is VIP Kids Teachers. VIP Kid Teachers. The pay rate is between $14 to $22 per hour. Number 3 is Magic Ears. Magic Ears pay rate is sometimes per 30 minutes or per hour. It depends on what the family signs up for. Sometimes they might want to break down the duration in minutes, like 30 minutes or per hour, or for 45 minutes. So for Magic Ears, their pay rate for 30 minutes is between $9 to $13. And this pay range is just because of maybe because you're a beginner or you've acquired more reviews, more families love the work you do, then your reviews help bump up your pay rate. Number 4 is Q Kids. I'll put the links to all of the companies I'm going to list here. I'm putting the links in the description box below so that you'll be able to click on each of them and register. You register, you might just have to wait a few days or weeks for them to do the background check. There are so many requirements they will ask you to submit, like your resume, your certificates, and they will have to do a background check because they want to know who they are working with. So these are the things that they will have to do before you are approved and before you start getting your hours to teach. So number 5 place for you to teach English language is Say ABC. Say ABC pay ranges up to $21 per 40 minutes. It varies. It depends on how good you are, how long you've been on the platform. But as a beginner, you expect to earn from $19 to $21 per 40 minutes. The next one, and that's number 6, is First Future. First Future pays between $16 to $20 per 45 minutes. Number 7 is GVE Online Education. Next one is ALO7, Like, Sure, and GoGo Kid. These are different places and there are companies hiring tutors to teach online. So if you can teach, then why not hit that link there and subscribe and see what you can use it to do for yourself. But then if you don't live in the United States, you don't live in Canada, you are not a resident, your English language is not your first language, you're not a native speaker, you could teach other subjects. So let's talk about the other online tutor jobs that you can do. Number 1 place that you can find different subjects that you can teach, ranging from math, science, art, fitness, health, and so many, over 1,000 subjects, is called SuperProf. SuperProf is a platform that provides private lessons to students, a lot of them in Canada or around the world. So you're not just going to teach people from one particular part of the world. So if you're a professional teacher or you're a new graduate, you're welcome to apply. You can set your own pay rate. You teach students around the world. So for more info and registration link, check in the description box below. Number 2 place where you can find tutor jobs for all subjects is called School Solver. In this place, you're not just going to teach, you're going to help students solve their homework. It's like an eBay for homework. So each time your solution is bought, you get paid. So what happens is that students post their questions, like their homework. Then if you go there and you see the one that you can solve, you solve them. And once you solve it, the money that the students plans to pay, or because when they post it, they put a pay range. They could post a question and say $20. So when you solve it, you get that $20. Then if another student buys that solution, you get paid again. So as many students buy the solution that you provide there, the more money you make. It's easier to make money in School Solver than on Chegg. Chegg is another place. That's number 3 for another place you can tutor online. Chegg, Chegg. Chegg is now overflooded by tutors competing against each other. However, you can still give it a try, which is why I added it in the list. So these are places where you can teach online. There are so many other places. If you live in Canada or in the US, you can check for tutorial programs or tutorial companies in your area where you live. There are so many of them in your neighborhood that you may not know. Like where I stay, there is Tutor Doctor, so you can look for Tutor Doctor website, sign up if you're a student, because they always hire students to go to homes and teach high school or elementary school students and help them with their homework. So that's another way you can teach. This is not online. Tutor Doctor, you can register online, but you have to go physically to the kids' home, or maybe their library, and you teach them there. So that's another way to make money teaching. So if you don't want to do any of this, you want to do it like you want to teach, become an independent online tutor, you can comfortably create your own course. You just get to create the course once and then you publish it. There are many places where you can publish your course and earn money for every time that a student buys your course, or somebody that is a subscriber watches your course, then you get paid. One of the places where you can host your online course is Udemy. You earn money anytime a student buys your course. There are courses on Udemy that have over 100,000 students. Imagine if most of those courses cost about $20 or $25, and Udemy just gets a percentage of that amount, then the rest goes to you. So if you have a course that's worth $20 per student, then yeah, definitely these people that have earned 100 and something thousand students didn't start today. They did some marketing. Then we all start from somewhere. We all start from 1 to count. But the most important thing is to start. If you want to create your course, you create your course, submit it on Udemy. Another place you can submit your course or host your course is called Skillshare. In Skillshare, you earn money by cumulative watch time or watch minutes of your course. Let's say a student or someone who is a subscriber on Skillshare, if they watch 10 minutes of your video, you get paid per minute. Like a cumulative of the number of minutes people watch your course, you get paid for a certain amount. You can check Skillshare Teachers Forum or Teachers platform to be able to read and get more information for yourself. The next place where you can host your course online is Teachable. In Teachable, you earn money from student subscriptions on the platform. Another place you can host your course is Lynda. But lynda.com, which is now a LinkedIn company, is a little bit higher. The entry barrier here is higher and stricter. Only verified professionals can teach on this platform. So you can't say, oh, I'm a software engineer, I'm teaching this, and or you want to teach programming and you don't have a verified certificate that will show that this person is a professional in this area, then it's going to be very difficult for you to teach or host your course on Lynda. But Udemy, Skillshare, the entry barrier is very low. So maybe you have to hurry up and start now before they raise the bar. Yeah. So another place is you can create your website. Create a website and you create your course, publish your course on your website. You keep all the money, but be ready to do all the marketing alone. You can also list your course on all the above mentioned platforms. You can just have one course, then you list it on Udemy, you list it on Skillshare, you list it on Teachable, then you also host it on your website. Then that's a good way to go. You market your course, and then you start getting paid for the work that you've done. One good thing is that once you make the course, you're not going to keep recreating the course, unless maybe it's a course that requires software where you have to update it. When there's a new update on the software, you update your course on the part that maybe uses a part of that software. So some of the tools and tips that you can use to create your online courses. Some of the tools that you need is a laptop or a desktop, a computer screen recording software, and video editing program. You may invest in a good DSLR camera for shooting your videos if you teach skills like painting, piano, or maybe drawing. Other equipment that you might need are camera stand, lighting equipment, and these are just what you need. And a lot of skills, because you have to know what you want to teach. You have to be a guru or a pro in it and be able to pass that information. So the screen recording software for PC or Windows PC users is Camtasia, or you can use Snagit, you can use Cam Studio, WeVideo, Microsoft Expression, you can use FrontCam or Bandicam. Then if you're a Mac user, Camtasia, or your QuickTime. The QuickTime is a free screen recording or audio recording software on your MacBook. You can use that to record your screen while you give your tutorials or you teach. I show you Bandicam, Snagit, they all work on Mac. So why not start today? If you are still not sure you can make it, you might just try to join the Skillshare 30-day teaching challenge. I'll also put the link in the description box below. So give it a try. Try one or two of them. They might work for you. The most important thing is to show up, and you never know where it will take you. Thank you for watching, and please hit that subscribe button, and let's keep bringing these videos to you. Thank you.